Hey out there, it's Wake Angel 2001 again. I got a different shirt, and that means it's time to talk about another Sonic cartoon. Quick addendum though. There was something I forgot to mention in the Sat AM retrospective. Remember how I said they didn't really take a lot out of the cartoon from the video games, except for the power rings, and that one episode where they went to a floating island to travel through time? I can't believe this, but I completely forgot the Sonic Spinball adaptation episode. Like, there was an episode where Dr. Robotnik set up a giant pinball-themed death machine to try and kill Sonic. And he challenged Sonic to go through the obstacles of the machine in order to save his friends. So, yeah, completely slipped my mind somehow. Remember way back when I used to review video games, I did a review of Sonic Spinball to show off all the gimmicks that the Sonic franchise had before Sonic and the Black Knight, to show that Sonic and the Black Knight was not a flash-in-the-pan gimmick game. The Trapped Alive special stage, which is what you get for finding, what you get after you beat the first boss, it has the only in-video game appearances of Princess Sally, Bunny, and Rotor. So, can't believe that slipped my mind, but they had a full episode dedicated to Sonic Spinball. It was, so Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog had a Sonic Drift homage, and Spinball had an homage in the Sat AM. Okay, so this vlog is gonna be about the next bit of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoonery. It was the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas special. Yeah, this one. Okay, so it came out in 1996, 3 years after the end of the proper Sonic Adventures cartoon, and it has Princess Sally in it, but it's not the Princess Sally from Sat AM. I'm guessing, there's a Sonic multiverse, so I'm guessing Princess Sally just exists in the Adventures cartoon. She doesn't have any lines, and although she looks the same, she's a different color. She's pink. Kind of like the Princess Sally Amy Rose crossover thing. I do remember when my cousin Javi, he had a Sonic CD when I was a little kid, and I read the manual for Sonic CD, and it called Amy Rose Princess Sally. I think that was a translation error. So I'm guessing back then they hadn't fully corrected the error, so Princess Sally and Amy Rose were still nebulously the same character. That's why they took Princess Sally, but they made her pink. But let's give a quick plot synopsis of this. It's only one special. It's a half hour, so it should be quick. Okay, so the story starts with Sonic trying to figure out what he should get Princess Sally for Christmas. Because Sally insists that he doesn't have to get her anything, but the year before she had gotten him this really cool ring. And he felt bad not having anything to get back to her. So, while he's thinking about that, there's an announcement. Santa Claus is announcing his retirement, and that he's going to have a replacement, Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik, he takes on the role as a new Santa Claus. Remember Santa Claus' sadomasochistic gimp brother? A little bit on the nose. Anyway, he changes the policy for Christmas. For instead of him delivering gifts to the people of the world, they all had to give him gifts. Yeah, so transparent and kind of petty, really. Also, Phaelus did a proper review of this on thatguywiththeglasses.com. He pointed out some incongruities, like in the series proper, the currency they use is called Mobiums. Here they call them Robotnibucks. So Sonic, he speculated that either Robotnik has actually managed to gain true political power and is taken over enough of the world that he can put out his own currency that people use, or it's been 3 years and a lot of people who worked in this special don't remember all the details from the original Adventures cartoon. I'm thinking it's the latter. Okay, so Sonic confronts Santa Claus about what in all of the hell when Santa Claus attacks them. They fight back and they break him, and it turns out that he's a robot. So Sonic finds out where Robotnik has kept the real Santa Claus, and they go there to rescue him. And Santa Claus says that after they rescue him, Santa Claus says that there isn't enough time left before Christmas for him to deliver all the presents. But then he notices that the ring Sally gave him held the secret to true speed. So Sonic has to do 3 trials, and by completing the trials, he can unlock the ring's power, and it'll allow him to deliver all the presents in time. So he does the trials, he activates the ring, he delivers all the presents in the world, he takes all the presents away from Robotnik because he's been naughty, and he gives a whole huge pile of gifts to Princess Sally. Like, it's hilarious. Sally's just kind of sitting there, and then Sonic comes rushing in, and this huge pile of gifts comes flopping on top of her, and she like digs herself out of there, and then Sonic says that that he knows that she said that she didn't want any gifts, but he thinks she's awesome, and the gift that she gave him saved the world, so, you know, she deserves it, blah, blah, blah. She never gets a word in edgewise. Yeah, this is... it's kind of funny how Sonic doesn't actually let her get a word in edgewise, because it would have been hilarious to hear her talk, but... I would have been nice to hear her talk, but it's hilarious that she doesn't get to. And that's basically the end of the special. Santa Claus announces that maybe it is time for him to retire, so he takes off his hat and he gives it to Sonic, and announces that from now on, Sonic will have the duties of Santa Claus. So Sonic goes into the closing hours, he wishes everyone a Merry Christmas, and the end. This special was not very good. I know the plot synopsis I gave you sounds like it could have been good, but there's just so much messed up in the execution. So, where did this Christmas special mess up? Okay, initially, the whole plot is that Santa Claus is apparently going crazy. That he's announcing his retirement, and that he picks Robotnik of all people to be his successor. That's intrigue. That's something interesting. What does it look like on the screen? I am announcing my retirement. Like, Santa Claus's movements are so jerky and so fake that it's obvious from the very beginning that he's a robot duplicate, and not a very good one at that. It's like one of those like on the scale of animatronics, where the top of the scale is the Country Bears, and then you have like the Chuck E. Cheese band, and then below, and then the Walking with Dinosaurs mechs. Like, this goes down into like the knockoff cheesy Charlie's Five Nights at Freddy's, no goddamn way anyone's gonna accept that as a real person, cheapo animatronics. Like, I don't even... What were they expecting? I mean, were they trying to make it obvious to the young children in the audience that this was a robot duplicate and not the real Santa because it wouldn't upset them? I mean, if you don't want to upset the kids, then don't have Santa Claus get kidnapped in the first place, right? So really, all it does is make everyone in this special, Sonic and Tails included, look like idiots. If it's obvious to even the youngest children in the audience that the Santa Claus is fake right from the start, then there's no point in doing it. If you're gonna do the intrigue, you have to fool the audience as well as the characters on the screen. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a twist. It would be like if in the beginning of a Scooby-Doo episode, Old Man Jenkins was actually shown going, woo-ha! Now I just have to scare those teenagers away, and I'll be able to get all the gold that was buried here by those pirates centuries ago. Let me put on my creeper mask! You know? Like, that's no good. It has to be revealed at the end that it's a secret identity thing. Okay, what are the other failings? Alright, so, of course, Scratch and Ground are in this special. They're Santa's helpers, and they're going around collecting the gifts. One scene, there's this guy, he's poor. He doesn't actually have anything that he can give as a gift. So Scratch and Grounder confiscate his house, since it's the only possession he has. Like, with a giant machine that just rips off its foundation. Like, hooray, Dr. Robotnik, enjoy your smashed, worthless house. Yeah, it's bad. So Sonic puts on one of his disguises. That's something he did in the Saturday AM cartoon. He put on disguises in Fool, Scratch, and Grounder. He puts on disguises and says that they're going to get a ticket. But he says that they can get out of the ticket if they tell him where Santa Claus is. Like, oh, that's great. He's being kept in a cave and blah, 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 blah. Like, really? Really? You're not going to actually do any investigation? The bad guy is literally so stupid that they will tell the hero where to rescue the damsel in distress? Really? Like, no thought went into the writing for this. Like, none at all. It was just... no. So there's no intrigue, like, why has Santa gone crazy? There's no search for Santa, because the bad guy literally just tells him where he is. And then, what about the 3 trials? Well, by the time Sonic finally gets to Santa Claus, the 3 trials get about 5 minutes of screen time, if that. There's no, they just, like, here's, the first trial is to do this. Like, he's actually saying what the trial is while Sonic is doing it, so Santa barely has time to finish saying it before Sonic on screen completes the trial. So you know, the 3 trials are basically, it's not even a proper montage because we see him do it in more or less real time. Like there's no point where we think that he might fail the trials, or even if it looks like he's going to fail the trials, it's not long enough for it to sink into the audience, because this is what the trial is, Sonic does it. This is what the trial is, Sonic does it. This is what the 3rd trial is, Sonic does it. There's no sense of intrigue, no thought that Sonic might fail. You never get a chance to feel that this is important, that Sonic has a ticking clock over his head. Like, maybe if the ring could be activated by just 1 trial, and Sonic, and the time dedicated to doing all 3 of those trials, like, all that time was dedicated to just this 1 trial, where Sonic had to do stuff, and like they say, hurry Sonic, you only have this much time left, or like make it look like Sonic is about to not be able to do the trial, but then at the last second he pulls it off and does the trial. Or, you know, maybe no trials. Maybe all the special was dedicated to Sonic. Finding out what happened to Santa Claus and then rescuing him. And then there's a brief all is lost moment where, like, you may have rescued me, but there's no time for me to deliver the gifts. And everyone looks somber for a few seconds, and then there's a glint of light. Like, that ring! It holds the secret to true speed! Like, really? Yes. All you have to do is hold it up like this, rotate that, hold it to the light of the sun, and you will be given the power to, you know, like maybe, like, if the ring had the power all along and Santa Claus was the one who knew how to activate it, so there are no stupid trials in the first place, you know, like, do that! But the way they wrote this special, it just was not well done at all. I don't know, I don't know, like, maybe they were on crack when they wrote the script, or maybe they really just didn't give that much of a darn, but no, this special, it's a Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas special. I wish I could say good things about this, but but I can't. It really doesn't, aside from the hilarity of the Princess Sally cameo, there's really nothing good about it. I'm sorry, it's just a bad special. I mean, sure, like, if you really were a fan of the Adventures of Sonic cartoon, it would be nice to see these characters again, even if just for this brief special. I mean, they got the same voice actors. Jaleel White, the original voice of Sonic, he was the voice of Sonic for a long time. He was a voice of Sonic in the Adventures cartoon, in Sat AM, in his Christmas special, all 3 of the siblings in Sonic Underground. I was actually really, he was even the voice of Sonic in that fan-made movie on made by Blue Core Studios or whatever. Yeah. That's why I was really sad when they made classic Sonic from Sonic Generations a mute character, because I would have loved to hear Jaleel White reprise the role one more time to have him do some hilarious back and forth with modern Sonic. So many missed opportunities. Oh, lamentation, lamentation. What am I doing? I don't know. So yeah, this Christmas special, the basic plot synopsis doesn't sound so bad, but all the details just really mess it up. And it would have been pretty easy to fix those problems. But, I don't know. They just didn't really put too much effort into making it, and it's just not a good special. If I were to rank all the Sonic cartoons, I'd have to put this Christmas special right at the bottom. It's probably the worst animated adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog there is, and it's really sad. Oh well. Well, this is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.